Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Rise of Safemoon. We have another moon monkey here with me today. Remember, my name is Chris, this is Chase, and we're going to talk about a couple things today. It's a couple things that a lot of people are wondering about, and I told you in the first episode that it can affect the price of Safemoon, and definitely probably will. But I think we're going to start off today talking about the Safemoon card, and we might probably go into a little bit about the exchange. So I think, Chase, if you agree, I think we should start talking about the card, and this right here behind me, that is that is our goal right there. We want that to go to the moon, obviously, but we have a long ways to get there, and I'm thinking, that the card is a thing that a lot of people are wondering about. I mean, what are your thoughts about the card as far as like, do you have an idea of when it's going to come out? I mean, we hear a lot of different things.
Well, first off, I want to say, hey, Safe Moon Monkeys. I'm glad to be part of this community, and there's so many good things coming out about this. And me and my buddy Chris here, we've been talking about it for a while now, and we've been in it for a while now. And it's a great community. But getting into the card, it was supposed to be released end of quarter 2, beginning of quarter 3. The major CEO John Caroni has put out a thing saying that it's going to be delayed a little bit, which is obviously disappointing, but there's a reason behind it. And anyone that's been in this community for a while knows that there's, unfortunately there's going to be delays, but there's a reason for it. And like we've talked about on this, channel, we're looking to, talk about the good things, but also kind of talk about some things that we'd like to improve. So, Chris, let's start talking about the card a little bit. You can start off. What do you think?
I'm kind of excited about the card, honestly. I mean, if you really think about the card, once the price obviously goes up, I mean, that's what's going to be awesome, because you're going to be able to take that card and let's say, hey, I've got, let's just throw a number out there. I got $100,000 of Safemoon, worth of Safemoon, and I want to go buy myself a new truck. And the card is going to be great, where you can just take it to the dealership and swipe that and buy your truck. Correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's 2.5% transaction fee on that. Am I right about the 2.5%?
You are right. It is 2.5%, I believe, is what it is. And we've talked about what our plans are for, or what our ideas are, I guess, for what we'd like to see in the card. And talking about the burn included into this, and we'll talk about that a little bit later on.
Yeah, I forgot about the burn there.
Yeah, and we'll talk about that in this episode. I am excited for the card too. I think it's going to be huge once we get the volume going.
Tokenomics takes a part in that as well. I mean, if somebody uses the card, is that not supposed to give reflections as well?
Yep. It's when you use the card, it'll do the burn, and also will give reflections, because people are obviously selling their Safemoon to purchase these products through the card, which is going to give us more reflections as time goes on. So imagine now me and you go out and buy some groceries with this card. The average guy goes out, or gal goes out and buys some groceries. Well, we swipe that card, and it's going to automatically send some of the coins to the burn pile, which is going to lower the supplies, but it's also going to give us reflections as holders. So it's kind of like when you use a card and they give you cash back, but you got to imagine now, if everyone's doing that and they're using their cards, it's going to continuously burn and give you reflections, which is going to increase this thing.
But why the hell would I want to use my card right now if the volume and the exchange and the price is non-existent?
Well, that's another thing that we kind of should talk about a little bit and speculate a little bit. Now, this is just speculation, but you got to understand that there's a reason why they're putting the card out when they are going to. I do think that they're going to be releasing an exchange soon, which we'll talk about a little bit on too, which is going to cause the price of the coin to go up. I mean, and they're going to try to, I think, create a stable coin in one way or fashion, whether it's doing it through reflections, burn, or however, they're going to try to make it stable so that this thing will keep going up. It won't go down by creating enough, volume, and then getting the liquidity pool matched up will help with that. And I do think that releasing the card, I'm guessing they're thinking that it's gonna go up in price and become stable soon enough so that people can use it. Because right now, you know as well as I do, Chris, that if we use the card, and buy a cup of coffee, that's going to be pretty much all of our Safemoon, because the price isn't up enough for us to.
Yeah, I mean, depending on how many Safemoon you have. Yeah, I mean, if you got some of the small holders, I mean, I'd like to think that we've got a pretty decent bag, but some people that may only have like 50,000 coins, I mean, that doesn't make any sense right now. And you talk about the stableness of it, and swap and evolve, I think is that's the attempt to keep it more of a stable coin. So they've already got that initiated with swap and evolve. But I think, the exchange is going to be where it's at. I mean, that exchange is going to hopefully, like I said, bring that volume in to where it will make sense to use the card. So it's like the chicken and the egg. What's going to come first, the card or the exchange? I don't know, and it's a huge speculation, and that's where we need more dialogue with this team. I mean, we're a part of this team, and we want our team leader, aka Coroni, to. I mean, I understand, the NDA thing, but we need some more transparency. I mean, I think that's one of my biggest arguments. I mean, we're all excited about this, but we're all losing the excitement as time goes on. Am I going to get rid of my coins? Absolutely not. I'm in this. But I'd like to hear more transparency, and even down to the reasons why something's happening. Let's just be honest with us. I mean, be honest with this whole Safemoon army. All of us moon monkeys need to hear this. Just it's going to help. I mean, am I wrong?
No, you are right. And we believe in this project. This channel, we're gonna, like we talked about, it's gonna be some great things that Safemoon's doing, but it's gonna be some criticism. And Coroni, he worked for the government, so obviously he knows about secrecy and things like that, which I understand that, and he grew up in a family that worked in the government as well. So I understand that part, but we do need some more open dialogue as far as what is causing the delays. And I know they can't talk about certain things with projects because they have to keep them, semi-secret.
Oh yeah, I don't want other people doing what Safemoon's doing, what our team is doing. I want that to be for all of us, and I totally understand that. But I mean, you gotta tell us what's going on here, because the hope light is fading, and there's a lot of people that don't even want to get into this because that dialogue's not there. I mean, a lot of projects are coming. I get that, and I can't wait for these projects. And some of these projects that they have told us about does sound like a great thing. And I think it will be, honestly. That's personally my opinion, obviously. But I know you and I are in the same boat when it comes to that, but there are some disagreements that people have about just the coin in general, about the whole project in general. But if you're on the same boat as me, I think you would agree that when we got into this, we said that we're not missing that boat. And I think in life, sometimes you have to take a chance. And I just can't wait until that exchange comes out, because let's just use Binance as an example. Binance has huge volume. Are they in a little bit of hot water with yeah, of course. But I don't think our team's going to go there and get in that hot water, in that same hot water. But my point is volume. We need the volume to raise that price. And I think with tokenomics coming into play nowadays, tokenomics is a great thing, and if it's globally, it's gonna push this price up, and there are gonna be some people that are gonna miss the boat, but I know the Safemoon Army, we're not missing that boat. And what do we have? Almost 700,000 holders now, so there could be roughly 500,000 new millionaires in the near future. I'm not going to say when. Nobody knows when. I mean, I'm willing to hold on to this as long as it takes, and everybody out there needs to realize that 2 years could go by, and you might start to see some good price. And you know what? It could be 6 months. So that's where you're just going to have to pull up your big boy pants and understand that this is a project for our future. This is for a lot of people's future. I mean, I'm going to tell you that I'm in this to make my life better. And I think, Chase, I think you are too. And, I'm all for helping people. I know personally that you are definitely here to help people too, but sometimes we have to help ourselves, and in the economy that we're in, I think that's where a lot of people get impatient. But I think we need to continue to be patient. And what are your thoughts on that exchange? I mean, do you think that what's your opinion on what's going to come first, the card or the exchange, or are they going to come out at the same time?
Well, first off, I want to say patience is a virtue.
Yes.
And me and you have, and a lot of people have a hard time with that because, we want that quick money quick, but,
right.
Fortunately that can't happen. But with the exchange and the card coming out at the same time, I do think that they're going to be close. I don't know if they'll be at the same time. The reason why I say that is they may release it at the same time, but their plans were to release the card, and then I think they were going to release the exchange later on. And the reason, we won't get into it this episode. The card was delayed because of a patent pending cybersecurity.
Some other reasons, yep.
We'll talk about later on when we get more information on that, but they could be very good. But the reason why they delayed the card was because of that, and it may delay the exchange. And
that's kind of disheartening. I mean, don't you feel that way? That's a little disheartening, and kind of makes you sit back and say, come on, man. Come on.
I agree. I mean, I understand the reason for it is because of, the cybersecurity is going to be, it's a big business, and it could actually help our coin out a lot in the long run.
Agreed.
Because we've also talked about that, Crony believes that this is a tech company, and we do too, because there's a lot of products that we'll talk about later on that are going to be coming out, tech products associated with this company. So it's gonna help with the price. But as far as, that's something we got to talk about too, is sometimes I think we're so hyper-focused, or maybe the team is so hyper-focused on those projects, and they're not as focused on the exchange and the coin, because I know that they're excited about these products and it's going to help us in the long run, but we have to look at, we need to get some volume, get more holders involved, which will happen with the exchange. And the exchange is going to make things so much more easier for people to get this coin, because right now, me and you, we bought it back when it started out, and it's even harder then than it is now.
Right.
We got
it is getting easier, but it's still one of those things where you just want to click buy, and then you have it. Just like when you buy BNB, you have it. So it is going to make it easier. I truly believe that. And then what's going to happen? Because it's easier and that price starts going up, more people, more volume. So Chase, I really want to hear what these our fellow moon monkeys have to say about this, because I think if they can put some comments down below, and I think if we can try to have that discussion with them, and if someone brings up a great point, I think we ought to discuss that. We are the voice for all of you guys out there. We're going to say the things that you're thinking, we're going to say the things that you tell us to say, within reason, obviously. But yes, I'd like to see comments, Chase. I want to see comments on this, on the card, and not so much the card, but mostly the exchange, on how people feel about that, and what it's going to do, what it's not going to do. But you know, if you agree, I think we should end it here, and let's hear from our people. Let's hear from our fellow moon monkeys and see what they're going to do, see what they're thinking. We need to see what they're thinking. So you guys out there, please put a comment down below, like the video. At the end of this video, I'm going to post our episode 1. It's not very long. It's just kind of an introduction, but please click on that and help this channel out, because we want to bring you more and more of these videos that are going to open up these discussions that some people are having and some people aren't. But we're going to keep having these conversations, and we're going to try to put out as many videos as we can. You guys are great. Chase, I appreciate you taking a little time away and joining me. And we're going to do this again real soon, and hopefully people have some great comments for us and some great ideas that we can bring onto the channel and share that with the rest of the community. I really think that this is going to be a good thing. And again, I thank you for doing that, brother.
Thank you, brother, for having me on, and I can't wait for the next episode.
Yep, you'll be on many more, I guarantee it, and hopefully we get some of our fellow moon monkeys on here too, because we need to hear their voice and see their face too, and see the excitement, see the sadness, see however they're feeling. So again, thanks guys, I appreciate it. Remember, be sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss one of our videos, and make sure you put those comments down there, and I will definitely look at those, every one of them. I appreciate it. Hit like. Chase, peace out, my man. Until next time. Peace, my fellow moon monkeys.
Peace.